What's up, everybody? It's me, Jamie D, your favorite radio personality, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM, and live on Instagram at It's Jamie D. Tonight, we got a very special guest in the building. Atlanta hip hop legacy is right here. The son of the late, great Shawty Low is right here with us on the chat and live. Carlos Walker Jr., also known as Shawty Low Jr., and he's carrying on his father's legacy with Down for a Low Week right here in Atlanta. Doing this interview, we're going to talk everything from being the son of influential rapper, Atlanta rapper that is, Shawty Low, his father's legacy, his current community impact in Atlanta, Down for Low Week, taking the week around the country, plans for a new TV series featuring the life of a hip hop artist gone too soon, and more. So without further ado, let's welcome in Shawty Low Jr. Woo! What's up, friend? How you feeling?
Man, what's happening, man? What's going on with you, man? It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here live on the radio at KSHP and live with me on Instagram at It's Jimmy D. Hey, before we get started with this interview, I want you to take some time to tell everyone who is Shawty Low Jr. and what are you doing currently?
Shawty Jr. Well, me personally, what I'm doing currently, I actually do music. So I am an artist. I am an actor as
Okay.
well. So I act and I'm in a couple movies on Tubi as we speak now. Um, also, what else? Who is Shawty Jr.? I'm a father. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm a uh, I'm a businessman, just all around. So I
Okay.
trade stocks. I'm into the stock market and stuff like that. I'm into buying land and starting businesses and flipping houses and stuff like that too. So I do it all.
Okay, that's what's up. So again, rapper, actor, father, legacy ambassador, community organizer. You were into stocks and everything, so you really are a well-rounded man here in Atlanta, Georgia. But most importantly, you are keeping the legacy of your father alive by going as Shawty Low Jr. And that's one thing that is the most important, especially for this interview, because while you are doing all these amazing things, you are really helping passing the baton on for the Atlanta culture, especially in hip hop. And so, one thing I want to say is thank you for that because oftentimes when our family members pass away, especially people in our industry, in the entertainment industry, that is, people forget about them, right? And one thing you're doing is you're not letting that happen. So, we definitely appreciate you for that here at KSHP. Now, getting into the interview, your father, Shawty Low, was a huge voice for Bankhead and just for Atlanta all around. When you think about his legacy today, what do you feel is the most important thing people should remember about him?
Um, my dad was about family, sticking together. Figuring it out. Not letting a hard time or any circumstance or situation stop you from chasing your goals or your dreams. Just always staying focused and true to who you are, and always having fun with life because you only get one.
Right. And one thing we know is that when it comes to being a huge icon like your father and also really shaping the culture of music, especially in Atlanta, you have to have fun. You have to be who you are. You have to go for what you want in life. And so that's very important. So when people talk about the history of Atlanta hip hop, we hear a lot of names mentioned. And I ain't going to name those names right now because, again, it's about Shawty Low. But do you feel like your father, Shawty Low, gets the respect and credit he deserves for the role he played in shaping the sound and culture of Atlanta?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he do based on the energy and respect that I get from like a lot of the guys in the music business, whether like whoever, from whether it's the biggest artists or the people who work behind the scenes, so everybody show love and they be willing to do their part to help or be a part of whatever I got going on, whether it's me or whether it's pertaining to my father.
Okay. That's good to hear that people are still giving him the credit and respect he deserves because oftentimes we don't see that when people are gone. So that's definitely a blessing. Now, since people are still keeping his name alive and giving him respect and credit, when people hear the name Shawty Low, they think about the music and the culture. But what's one thing about your father that the world never really got to see?
My dad was a big family person first, I'll say, but my dad loved to laugh and have fun, man. He really was a jokester, to be honest. You know what I mean? It was never a dull moment around him. Like, bro, he always had fun, played jokes on people. Just did all type of stuff that you will or I will remember a lot of the moments that we had for life.
Okay, I love that. Now, for those who are just now joining in the interview, we are live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM and live here on Instagram at ItsJD. We have Shawty Low Jr., aka Carlos Walker Jr., here talking about his father's legacy, down for Low Week, and more. So make sure you guys are hearting the live, sending the live out to your friends and family, and making sure people know that we are having this exclusive interview. Now, so we're gonna get real quick, okay?
Okay.
So, Shawty Low Jr., you're carrying a big legacy with the name Shawty Low Jr. If you look up your dad and his legacy and the kids he left behind, sources say he has about 11 kids, right? What
Right.
made you personally decide that you, out of all of the kids he has, that you want to step up and keep your father's legacy and name alive?
Um, Honestly, I, I feel like I was kind of not necessarily pushed by people around me, but the circumstances around me pushed me into this role. When my dad passed, I wasn't doing music or none of that. Like, I've never done music, period. So, people around me was like, you should hop into it and stuff like that and do this and do that, da 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 da. But at that time, that was the furthest thing away from my mind. Like, I just lost my pop things. First off, I don't know anything about the music business, and neither do I care right now.
Right.
Um, but I just feel like throughout life, I tried going to the studio and rapping and making song stuff because, one, I do love music. I really just never thought about doing my own. So,
Right.
just getting around the right people to take their time with me, so I can learn and everything. Um, that was the main thing that pushed me into, what, I can actually do it.
Okay.
So once I put out like actual single and a song, and people actually, well, liked it. But
Right.
for me, what really happened, I was wanting to be like the businessman behind the scene and let my brother be the rapper. But at the
Right.
time, he was grieving and going through his own stuff, and we were losing out on opportunities. So versus us keep losing out on opportunities, I say I'm going to rap or at least try. So that what pushed me into wanting to do it or
That makes sense.
doing it.
Okay, I feel it. So you felt like you were pushed to keep his legacy alive. You also felt like you had to keep rapping for him to also keep those opportunities coming and accept those opportunities. When that unfortunate passing happened, again, may you rest in peace, were there a lot of big artists reaching out to you to kind of take you under their wings and kind of write for you and help you become that next big artist? Or were you having to reach out to other people?
It was a lot of people reaching out at that time from like whoever you can think of, Rick Ross, Wale, Lil Wayne, whoever whoever you can think of that that was around that time or grew up in that same era or
Hmm.
was influenced by pops. They were reaching out, trying to help, trying to see what they can do or what roles they could play in our lives. But at that time, I didn't know what I wanted to do, as far as whether I was going to go back to college or whether I was just going to find a job or what was going to happen. I didn't know at that time.
Right. It's still powerful though, that you still had such a good, strong support system and people were reaching out to you, try to help you keep that legacy alive. Are you still hearing from these people now, or has it kind of gone radio silent since it's been a while?
It's not all the way solid, but once you're not doing something at the moment that people want to help you, and then once you pop out a few years later, now I have to try to find a way to contact these people to get
Hmm.
what I want or see if they're still willing to help or play a part in the things that I'm trying to do now.
Right. And one thing that I think people forget is that we're human. So we do grieve, we do have a process, and you can't tell people how to process anything, right? And so, one
Right.
thing I do know is that you didn't let any of that keep you down. And now we are seeing that there is a week called Down for Low Week. And you have been really pushing this. It's going to be Thursday through Sunday. And you have a lot of things lined up. So, when you created Down for Low Week, which includes everything from a candlelight vigil to feeding the homeless, celebrity basketball games, going to the club, and more, what inspired you to make this more than just a memorial and turn it into a week of community impact?
That's something that my pops love to do, like give back, help people, push people to be better, put them in the position to be better, or give them the knowledge that they need to go do whatever they want to do. You know, my dad really empowered people. So like, people took his word as like this is it. Like, so if he said I can do it, I can do it.
Right.
So he really pushed a lot of people to be the best versions, or the best person that they could be. So this is what Down for Low Week is all about. Helping, encouraging, and just coming together, and like, I use my his resources as far as the artists and stuff like that to bring them out to the youth and the other people who have goals and dreams, just to let them know that these people are tangible, and they will come out. So it's like bringing the best of both worlds and putting it in one place.
Absolutely. So, out of all the events you have lined up, which event are you looking forward to the most?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The basketball game, Big
Hold
Meech
on,
is
real quick. We
being
we
a
lost we
part
lost
of
we
it.
lost you, we lost you for a second. Can you go back and give us your answer?
Okay, yeah. So what I'm really looking forward to is the celebrity game. You know,
Okay.
Big Meech,
Absolutely.
Big Meech is going to be a part of this one. So it's going to be D4 World versus BMF, and
Okay.
him and his team already talking trash and stuff like that. So this gonna be fun and exciting, and I know a lot of people gonna come out and stuff like that, and we gotta stand up for the home team. We gotta stand up for the A, man.
Right. Hey, that's lit. You got to sign up for the A. You're going to have a lot of people coming out for this event. I'm already hearing people in the streets talk about it. So I know for a fact this is going to be a great turnout. But are you inviting Jamie D, KSHP to the celebrity invite? Because I ain't getting no invite to the celebrity basketball game yet. So, I got to shoot my shot when we live on the radio.
For sure, man. So you and everybody else is more than welcome to come. Full house, but we need a lot of people to witness this, because
Right.
I got Meets mom, sister, cousin, and everybody flying in. So it's gonna be big, man. So
Okay. I
like
feel it.
this is, what I mean. So man, it's going down, and I really look forward to this happening.
Yeah, so if anybody listening in live on the radio right now, whoever you guys doing security at this event, y'all heard it right here. Shawty Lowe Jr. said that I am specially invited as a celebrity talent to the celebrity basketball game. So y'all better not play with me.
For
Y'all know
sure.
how Atlanta could be when you try to come to events and you try to say you on the list. So I got to put that out there. Now, again, there's so much you have going on with the Down for Low Week. And like you said, you're very excited for the celebrity basketball game, as am I. Everyone's talking about it in the streets. If your dad could watch this interview right now and see you organizing Down for Low Week, feeding the homeless, keeping his name alive, what do you think he would say to you?
Knowing him, he would be proud, but he think that he would bet, like, even from when I was a teenager, he used to always tell me that, you the one, or you can be bigger or better than me. You can do it, or you got this. And there was certain things that, he wanted to teach me and show me, and he felt like I had it. Like, he used to always say, if you want something done and you want the door to be open for other people, send me. So he already
Right.
knew that I had all the skills and qualities to do what I'm doing now.
That's powerful. I love that. That's a clip right there. You never know what can go viral after this interview. So that's what's up. I love to hear it. All right. So again, you are really trying to keep your dad's legacy alive. We have Down for Low Week coming up this week, starting honestly in the next couple of days. But all these events are happening right here in the city your father loved, which is Atlanta, Georgia. What does it mean to give back to those in the community that supported him the most?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it really means everything. Yeah, you know what I mean, because these are the same neighborhoods and streets that we grew up in, and at the time when we were growing up, it wasn't as much opportunity or tangible people that can help you change your life or give you opportunity. So to be able to do that for people and just to show them like, hey, like we haven't or I haven't forgot about y'all or forgot where I came from. I might not be here every day, but I know how it feels to be in y'all shoes.
Right. And that's good because when you're looking at the flyer for Down for a Little Week, you see there's so many things happening. There's really a space for everyone, whether you want to come to the balloon release, go to the club and support him and his music and his legacy, or go and see and support the celebrity basketball game. There's so much you have going on. But to me, I'm going to say one of the most powerful things in the flyer is the Feed the Homeless event. Why was it important for you to include something like that during the Down for a Little Week?
Me, because I've always seen my dad be, friendly or cool with, the homeless people. Like, bro, he'll go up to them and have a conversation, kick it with them, feed them, or whatever the case may be, or just do that. And he treated them like they was normal people, which they are. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he he treated them as if they were his friend. You know what I mean? And that was big for me to see that growing up as a kid. My dad didn't treat nobody different from the homeless people to the people that we met when he became famous. He treated everybody with love, respect, and all of that. So he didn't treat anyone different.
I love that. I think that's really powerful to know that you are doing things for people who probably can't do for themselves, but still want to support and be a part of the movement. And you also are doing something that could truly bridge the gap between what impact really looks like and what people think impact is to them. And so I think that's very important. I really definitely appreciate that. Now, again, you said that when your father again passed away, unfortunately, you felt the pressure of keeping his name alive and going after those opportunities and being the next big thing and being the rapper, Shawty Low Jr., the rapper, right? Your father built such a big movement with D4L and his music. Right now, even though we have Down for Low Week coming up, are we going to expect to see some music coming from you? Or are there going to be some special surprises during this week? Something you can let us know about?
I'm definitely gonna drop some new music doing this week, so that's
Okay.
something that you guys can definitely stay tuned for. I'm not sure if I'm gonna drop the single with me and my father, or I'm gonna wait because people haven't heard any new music from my pops since he passed. So I feel like that'll be big and impactful.
Right.
So I might drop that single doing Down for Low Week as well.
So what would stop you from dropping that single? I mean, again, like you said, no one's heard music from your father because he's gone, unfortunately. But you have his legacy and you have that treasure in your toolbox. So why not release it? Why not give it to the public? We need it.
So what I was thinking or how I would do it, like a single from me and him, I that should go more on an album. And right
Mm,
now, I don't feel like I'm album ready. I can drop an EP or a mixtape, but I wouldn't put that single out for mixtape purposes.
mm.
That's more of an album.
Okay, I feel it. Okay, I respect it. If you change your mind, let us know. We could drop it live on the radio. Just let us know. It's an exclusive interview, so work with us. Now, your publicist mentioned there are plans for a new TV series about your father's life. What can you tell us about this project, and what side of Shawty Lowe's story do you want the world to see?
Um, I really want the world to see all sides of him. Just getting to know him as Carlos versus Shawty Low,
Mm,
like the things he went through as a person to become who he was, and he was Shawty Low the Kingpin before he was Shawty Low, the rapper. So
Mm.
my dad was really in the streets for real. Like my dad was a millionaire before he ever started to rap.
Oh
You
wow.
know, and that was off drugs. And I'm not saying that to be proud of that, but he would that was his lifestyle.
It was
You know,
true, right?
so just getting to understand what are some of the things that he went through that pushed him to do some of the things that he did in the streets, you know, so they can learn. Like, even if some people look at a person that has done what my dad has done as a bad guy or label him as the bad guy, it came from a good place
Okay. Of that. Now,
to
with this
understand
t-
that.
right, with this TV series, have they already started production? Is it something that's kind of still been written? Is it in the works? What can you tell us?
It's definitely in the works. I would say we are writing the script as we
Okay.
speak. So it's a lot of different parts, and a lot of the people who were around or involved during that time of his life, we are still getting the stories and putting it together to make it make sense.
All right. And so for this TV series, is it kind of going to be like a power TV series where it's going to be scripted? Is it going to be a documentary? What can we expect with this TV series?
It's going to be more of a power. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it's going to be his real story. I'm going to play him. You know, so
Okay.
it's like this is going to be his real story. You know what I mean? And I don't. He has so many things about him that I feel like people should know and need to know. It wouldn't be enough for a movie. Like, we wouldn't have enough
Right.
time for a movie. You know, I honestly feel like a movie typically is an hour, hour and a half, and he has so much to tell that I couldn't put it all in an hour, hour and a half.
Right. It makes sense. You got to take your time. With Shawty Lowe's legacy, like you said, he went from Shawty Lowe the Kingpin to Shawty Lowe the rapper, but he's also Shawty Lowe the father. He's also Carlos. There's so many different things about him that makes him who he was and who he still is through your legacy. So I get it for sure. Now, because this TV series is still in the works, and again, we are live on the radio, and this is live on Instagram. We both have a lot of followers. I'm not sure if you already have a network behind you or you already have a specific celebrity behind you. So I want you to take this time to shoot your shot. Is there anybody that you want to shoot your shot with that you would actually love to help you come on and help this project make this project reality for you?
I mean, as far as a specific network, I don't have any specific one. I'm willing to work with who's willing to work with me. This has to be
Right.
quality and be told the best way. So, and also we have to have the capital to make it look the best as well. So whoever can come in and help with that and make that happen, I'm open to talking to whoever, whether that's HBO, Netflix, whoever, Tyler
I
Perry,
feel it.
whoever. You know what I mean?
Listen, hey, I'm gonna shoot my shot. Keep me in mind. We're real connected out here in these streets. So if you need some help, I got you. Now, we're talking about Down for Low Week, and we're talking about how it's happening this week, actually. And so we know that it's going to be a huge impact for Atlanta's culture, and we know there are going to be a lot of sad moments. There are going to be a lot of happy moments as well. There's going to be a lot for everybody, but we're expecting goodness and a good impact from this. Now, we're hearing that you want to take Down for Low Week around the country. What cities would you love to bring next to this movement?
Next, we're going to Miami.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that in September. September is when my pops passed, so that's another chance for us to put on Down for Low Week. And Big Meech has offered his hand to actually help, and he actually lives there. So he said if we come down, he can help put it together and make sure that everything is done right. So we have Miami, Detroit, we're Vegas, Cali,
Okay.
like just taking it around because I want it to get so big that people, want to come back to Atlanta. So
Mm,
the main goal is to keep it here in Atlanta, but I want it to get bigger. And also,
okay.
I'm looking forward to, including like helping helping kids and whoever gets scholarships to go to school. Like, helping people get houses or cars and stuff like that's actually help improve their life. And I also have people who who teach how to fix credit, build it, clean
Right.
it, whatever you need to do. And my guy Tony, he taught me how to trade and stuff like that. So trade options and stuff like that. So I'm going to get him to come out to Down for Low Week and talk to the
Okay.
students and stuff at schools, because we are going to be visiting schools and stuff too. And I didn't put, put it on the flyer because I know that everybody gonna want to go to the schools, and that just
Right.
can't happen.
Right.
So,
And at the
so
end of the
yeah,
day, you still are a celebrity. You still have a huge impact. So you are keeping those things in mind because at the end of the day, people love Morehouse. People love the AUC. And if you say you popping up to a school, it's going to end up becoming a block party.
right.
It's going to become a block party. And listen, it'll be a time. Be a time, but you definitely have to make sure that you plan that correctly. Now, official Queen France, again, official Queen France said, you got this, Low. And I also agree with them. You definitely got this. I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you're pushing your dad's legacy further and further and further, and that it's not just stopping in Atlanta. Because one thing we do know is that your dad not only created the culture and helped move the culture in Atlanta, but he also was extremely impactful in the hip hop culture and the hip hop community in general around the world. And so your father helped shape Atlanta's hip hop culture. And again, we've said that several times in the interview, and that is a fact. No one could dispute that at all. When you look at the new generation of artists coming out today, what do you think you would say about the current scene?
Hmm. I really can't even tell you because my dad was a person like he didn't judge. Like if he seen you doing something or trying something new, he would get behind you. Like my dad got behind Future. My dad got behind Young Thug. My dad got behind 21 Savage. And those are a lot of the guys who are popping that everybody know about now, but they didn't know about them back then.
Right,
So my dad would help whoever. So
right.
he would just go with what's going on, to be honest with you.
I feel it. Now, you actually said a few things in the interview, and I'm going to recite those because a few things you said in this interview so far is that not only do you have the capital to do what you want to keep your dad's legacy alive, like keep like making this TV series, but you have the resources. You talk to big people, big names in the industry like Rick Ross and so on, but you also have his influence and his celebrity status living through you. So for those who are just now tuning in, and we have Shawty Low Jr., aka Carlos Walker Jr., live on the radio and live on Instagram at It's Jamie D. And so my followers already know that I am a radio personality and I'm a viral recording artist. I have 8 songs that are out right now. 3 of them are currently viral. I have been in Atlanta for a couple of months now for work, right? And as a radio personality, first, I get to meet a lot of big artists. I get to work with a lot of big artists, but I also get to blend in my music, share my music, and help push me as an artist. And so, as somebody who has the ability to be an artist and have those resources, when you're talking to somebody like me who wants to not only make an impact, but make a huge impact like your father, what advice would you give us artists who are coming up in the Atlanta scene?
Hmm. I would say that the best thing to do is, you know, I from me seeing my dad and knowing him, the biggest thing that I feel like what has made his legacy so strong is that his heart was so big and he never
Mm,
turned anybody away. Like I've had people come to me and be in tears about what my dad has done for them or how he just didn't even think about it. Hey, look, come over here. Here go up to whatever the case be. And no, I'm not saying every artist has the capital that he had even before he started rapping to be able to do those things. But what I am saying is one thing that stuck with me that a dude had said to me. He said, "Low was the man, but Low was the man of opportunity. He never turned nobody down. So you knew if you needed some help or this or that, and if you ran into Low, he got you. You know what I mean? So just always pushing out good energy, positive talk. and and willing to sit somebody down and, hey, nah, bro, you don't do it like this. This how this is. The people are going to support you, but they need to feel like you got their best interest and you got their back too.
And you know what? One thing I love that you said is that he was genuine and had a big heart. And I think in the age of social media, especially with instant virality and being able to become a celebrity overnight, a lot of people fake who they are to become what they want to be. And sometimes when they do become what they want to be, they've been faking who they were so long, they forget who their genuine selves were. And so I think that's very, very important to know and very, very important to note for those who are listening in on the radio and live on Instagram that if you want to make it, you have to just be yourself and push that because you are your brand and you are the talent. So I think that's definitely powerful, man. I definitely appreciate that. Now we're coming up on the final few questions of our interview. And so I want to ask you this. If your father could see everything you're doing right now, the events, the community work, the legacy you're protecting, the creativity that you're putting out in the Atlanta community, what do you think he would say to you about how long and how hard you have been pushing his legacy?
Um, he I feel like he would tell me to keep going, but I feel like he would tell me he would tell me not to worry about the haters or what people are gonna say. That's what come with it. That's what come with being the man or being a boss or a person who's chasing a goal or a dream. People are not gonna always support you. People are not gonna always have your back, but you gotta go after what you want and what you know is true.
Mm, that's powerful for sure. And that's definitely a clip right there. I love that. Now, with again, you keeping his legacy alive, there's so much that comes with that. How do you keep it? How do you keep this from affecting your mental and clouding who you are as an individual by yourself?
Because it doesn't affect who I am. Like, what I'll say, the only thing that has been affected me is who I allow in my circle or who I allow to get close to me now. Because I've seen that even though I do stuff genuinely from the heart to help people and do everything, people will take what you do for them and still
Mm,
try to stab you in the back or talk about you and do stuff and do all of that type of stuff. So now I guard myself. So now
right.
I just don't let any and everybody sit around me or to be in my space. Now you got to go through people to get to me now.
I know that's right. Just like Danny Page said, I know that's right. You ain't said nothing wrong. I'm which one you right. Now, again, you are carrying his legacy, and it's been a while since he's been gone, but the legacy is so strong and it's so impactful. Would you say and consider yourself as a celebrity?
I mean, I guess me people tell me that I'm too humble. You know what I mean? But when people see me, they be like, "Oh, Lobo, what's up? What's I like? What you doing? This, and that? Or can you help me with this? Can you do this?" So I guess people see me in a light that I don't see myself. So yes, I
Mm.
would.
Okay. So I want to end the interview with this then. Again, Carlos Walker Jr., aka Shawty Low Jr., a celebrity, a star, someone who is pushing a legacy, pushing an impact, being a positive role model in our community, but also telling the truth along the way. You have what it takes to be the next best thing because you're already doing it for yourself and you see it for yourself. But that does not mean that you don't need the support. That does not mean that you don't have your low moments. That does not mean that you don't feel down and out sometimes. So, for those who are listening in and for those who are going to be coming to your events this week, what's something that we could do for you that truly helps support you and your father's legacy?
Spread the word. Spread the word. Invite people. You know, tell them about what I have going on, so we can make this bigger and better. We can bring in more resources, more people, so we can reach more people. You know what I mean? And that's really what it's about. Like trying to get this as big as possible to help as many people as possible.
Man, that's great. Y'all heard it right here live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM on the Jamie D Show. Also live on Instagram at It's Jamie D. Carlos Walker Jr., aka Shawty Low Jr., said, "You need to spread the word." That's what we need to do as a community of a whole, especially Black people. We need to spread the word, keep helping each other, love on each other, support each other, be real with each other, and help guide each other into a positive path of greatness. So, again, Carlos Walker Jr., aka Shawty Low Jr. One more time. Carlos Walker Jr., aka Shawty Low Jr. We are so grateful and thankful to have you on our live radio show. It's been an absolute pleasure, man. Again, for those who are tuning in, get ready for Down for Low Week. It is all weekend long at this point. So much going on. Balloon release, club, celebrity basketball game, feeding the homeless, another club, having a good time, keeping the legacy alive. Again, we're doing this for Shawty Low. We love y'all. We love what y'all are doing. Again, thank you so much. And like you said, you invited us out, so we'll see you there. So thank you, man. Really appreciate it.
All right, bet, man. It's all love, brother.
All right, man. You have a good week, and we'll see you this weekend. All right.
All right, bet.
All right. Peace out. All right, guys, for those who are just now tuning in, that was our live exclusive interview with Shawty Low Jr., aka Carlos Walker Jr., or however you want to put it. Carlos Walker Jr., aka Shawty Low Jr., as you know, it's still Shawty Low at the end of the day. You see how that rhyme? I told y'all, I'm a viral recording artist. I got it like that. We really, truly appreciate you guys for tuning in live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM and live on Instagram at It's Jamie D. You never know who's going to come across my table and be interviewed live with me, Jamie D. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. Have a great, great day. And stay warm. It's cold out here in Atlanta. Peace out.